Determine the length of the other two sides. By design, you may have heard of this thing called similar triangles. In a similar triangle, assuming that this is a 30, 60, 90, which visually I think I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. In a similar triangle, if these were, that was 60 and this was 30, and I made parallel cuts to one of the sides, then all I'm doing is I'm keeping these to all be 60s. And all that changes is the lengths of the sides. However, the proportions of the sides are still the same. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if we mimic our 1, 1/2, and radical 3 over there, the 1 was associated with the hypotenuse. The half was across from the 30 degrees, and across from the 60 degrees was the radical 3 over 2. So to get this type of problem, we actually don't need Pythagoras. You can use Pythagoras after you have one of the sides, because we need two sides to use Pythagoras. But we don't really need to use it. We just have to keep the numbers 1, 1/2, and radical 3 over 2 in mind. Well, 12 is to 1 as 1/2 is to what? 6. So this side is 6. So now if you want to use Pythagoras with the 12 and the 6, that's totally fine. It might be a little easier than working with this guy because this is quite ugly here. Let's use Pythagoras to find this other side, but then we'll compare it to what if you didn't use Pythagoras. So we would have, let's call that B, because the sum of the angles in a triangle always equal. So we would have 6 squared plus B squared equals 12 squared. What is 6 squared? What is 12 squared? Good. Subtracting 36 from both sides, we get B squared to B. What was that? Yeah. 108 is not a perfect square, but it contains 1. It contains 6. 36 times what? Times 3. What is the square root of 36? So our final answer is 6 square roots of 3. The way we could have done that is if 1 is to 12, then radical 3 over 2 is 2. It'd be radical 3 over 2 times 12. Well, the 12 and the 2 reduce down to, yep, so this would give you the same answer of 6 times radical 3. So if we want to do ratios, you would say 1 is to 12. Its radical 3 over 2 is to what? Well, it would be radical 3 over 2 times 12. The 12 and the 2 reduce down to 6. So if you didn't want to use Pythagoras, you could do it a different way.